So High Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with...
I'm Keith from Northvale. What's going on, guys?
And we're going to have some questions to say about the upcoming album, Where We Go When There's Nothing Left. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
I am stoked about it. I think we're doing pretty well. It's a little bit of a blur, the whole, this whole past 6 months releasing things, and even before that recording it. But response has been good, and we're super hopeful and appreciative of all the fans. So super stoked.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. The album fucking rips, and I've seen comments and things like that on social media. People seem to be into it, and it seems like people are excited about the release show as well.
Hell yeah. Yeah. We're trying to, put on a good show. We're excited to play out again too. We kind of took a little hiatus while we were doing all this stuff, between the recording it and then all the social media that comes along with it. Now we are we operate within ourselves. We don't really have much outside help, but so everything you see is just all us, and we're just excited to get back on a stage for real, and with a whole new set. Finally we could play all these new songs we've been sitting on for what feels like forever.
Absolutely.
There's nothing worse than going up there and you're like, oh shit, we have all these songs to play and we can't play any of them because everyone knows they exist.
Gotta rip the old set.
Yeah.
Curious, the timeline on this, since you mentioned you've been sitting on it for a little bit. When did you guys kind of start writing it? When did you have masters in hand? Rough dates. It doesn't have to be exact.
We started attempting to write this record, I want to say 2 years ago.
Damn.
Which is insane.
Attempting.
Yeah. So like I said, we operate all on our own, right? And we're kind of just navigating this world by ourselves. And we hit a few speed bumps along the way with production and a few other things. We actually had a record technically written, but we ended up releasing it as singles because of time constraint. We're like, dude, we're becoming irrelevant. We got to put some music out. So we did that, pulled the plug on the project, and then came back to it. And we said, if we're going to do this, we're going to find a producer we really, really want to work with. And we did. Brett Romney's, he does Hot Mulligan. He did the movie Life.
He's the best.
So we worked with him and Gary Sione on this. And I guess in terms of this final project, I guess it's been a year of work so far, between the writing, the recording, the releasing, the social media. And I'm just itching to get it out, the whole thing. I need it out.
Yeah.
Couple
right
weeks,
around the corner.
I'm starting to lose it. I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
So Chris, our guitarist, he does all of our cover art. And he named the record. It's kind of like a rebirth, essentially. I would say. A lot of the tracks on here, I don't know how in depth you listen, but we tried to go really below the surface on a lot of these songs, rather than just make the stereotypical surface level pop punk party songs. We tried to really dig into deeper issues and things. And I think that for all of us, we've been maybe not in this band, but we've been in the scene for a minute. And I think it's time. This felt like a much more adult project than just your stereotypical pop punk record. So where we go and there's nothing left is kind of where we are now after we've exhausted absolutely everything we could have, as our younger selves. And it's kind of a rebirth of ourselves as musicians and moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. Maturity in a sense, almost.
Yeah. And the artwork was just a picture. It was a photo Chris took. He likes to mess around with his camera, take some cool pictures, and he put it into Photoshop and messed with it. And it is simplistic, but we really like it. We've had that picture for a minute now. It's become more of it's just something. It's what the cover of the record is. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be in all of our heads. So we're rolling with it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Wonderful.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the album?
Yeah, sure. So normally what happens is Chris will start off, or Mike sometimes, our other guitarist. The two of them will just send demos, to chat, right? We have band chat, and they'll just send demos, and they just come up with little riffs and things here or there. Sometimes like full songs, musically, sometimes just little riffs. And I'll pick through them and I'll sift through them and I'll be like, oh, I really like this, and I'll start to just write on it. And I'll usually like record something at my house and send it back, vocally, and we just kind of bounce it back and forth within each other. Aaron just does the drums. I don't like I said, we don't know where he is. We're not sure if he's real. Right?
No, he's not real. It's a myth.
Drums appear. So he had to have come at some point because the drums are there, right?
He's this elusive figure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's usually how it works. And then when we finally do get a product that we're comfortable with, we go to our producer and we usually rip it apart and put it back together. That's generally how it happens, And then we record it and let it rip. But in this case, it's just been a little long because we did that with 10 songs instead of one. So
yeah, that'll definitely extend the process a little bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
So if I'm picking it up, are you guys like writing mostly remote? Because it sounds like it's a lot of sending things in a group chat.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So like we started this band right before the world shut down.
Okay.
So we're like totally a COVID band, right? And our first EP we wrote remote completely, and then we recorded it together. It was like the first time the four of us got in a room was to record the EP, which is not like we didn't even play our instruments with each other. Like no one did anything. Yeah, we knew each other. I've known Mike for a while. Chris, we really didn't know. And Mike knew Aaron, our drummer. So like, yeah, it was weird. It was a little strange, but I think that everything was weird at that time, you know? So we kind of just rolled with it. We recorded, and because of that, I think that we just got comfortable with writing remote, I'm writing too, sometimes creatively, like you can't just sit down and write a song always. It's not so cut and dry. Like maybe like it comes to you when you're in the shower, right? And like we can't just like be like emergency band meeting in my bathroom, guys, get here. Let's rip it. But so that's how we do start off that way. When we have to really shell something out and it's less creative and more like just work, then we get together. But remote writing is usually the play for us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Solid. All right. And what song off the album took longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
The first song on the record, it's called For the Moment, and that one was one of the first demos we picked, or we agreed upon, and it was one of the last ones to get like musically put together the right way. And it was definitely the last song Aaron recorded in the studio, and I didn't write the lyrics to it until 20 minutes before I recorded it in the studio.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. It was nuts. It was like we did all the work and it was almost time for me to go in to record that song. And I only had like an intro, and Gary, the producer I was working with on all of that, he was kind of like, dude, get the hell out of here. Like, go disappear and come back with the words, because
you're up.
So that's what I did. I kind of just disappeared and I came back with it, and it was it's dope. I think it's cool. So we're happy with that one. My favorite song off the record though, I think it's Better When I Can, the first single we put out. It was my least favorite song forever. We wrote that one, or started writing that song in, what year is it now? It's 25. We started writing that song like at the end of 22, early 23, and I hated it. I hated it so much. If you listen to it, it's like there's that pre-chorus. It's like losing control. I tell myself, right? Like bum, 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 bum. I hated it. I was so pissed. I was like, Chris, what the shit is this, dude? What did you do? I don't
Fucking pissed,
understand
man.
I don't understand the rhythm. I don't hear. What are you talking about? It's
Yeah.
such a mess. And that song finally started to like come together when we did a big production session with Ace Enders from the early November.
Oh shit, yeah.
And he put that together the way it's supposed to be put together. It did get ripped apart again by Brett and put back together, but Ace kind of working with him actually helped me just wrap my head around like what the hell that song is supposed to be. And now that we've done it, and then we got the feature from Pallets, Adam has become a close friend. Now it's just I love that song. It hurts to sing it. The whole thing's like but it's it's sick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I fucking love Pallets. Just great fucking feature.
Pallets absolutely rips. I think you're gonna be I don't know how much of this I'm allowed to say, but you're probably gonna be seeing us and Pallets
doing
together,
something,
doing
hanging out,
tapping my chin a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
But you bring up the features. Curious how each of those came together. You got Pallets, you got Glimmers, you got AJ from the Dangerous Summer on the album. Curious.
Well, Pallets we reached out to because we had both done a feature with Brian Butcher from the Home Team.
Damn right.
And they started popping up on our algorithm, and Mike had told me so many times that Keith, listen to the Pallets EP, listen to the Pallets EP, listen to Pallets. I'm like, yeah. Like months later, I was like, bro, Pallets fucking rips.
Why didn't anyone tell me about this?
What's good? Yeah. And they're like, you're like this guy. Bro.
You're so like, fucking late. It's so 2023, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I listened to it and I was like, oh my God, this is so dope. Like, let's hit them up. So we did. And you could see, because the way Spotify works and everything, like we did a song with the Home Team, they did a song with the Home Team, so now the algorithm's just like, nope, these bands belong together. So if you listen to Pallets, like odds are you're gonna get a Northvale song eventually. So it seemed like the right thing to do. We hit them up, and Adam was so dope about it. He was like, yeah, let's do it. So we that was quick. AJ, we had done a song with in the past, and we've even played a couple shows with him, maybe like I think it's like 3 at this point. So we're cool with him. We've chilled outside of shows, and that was quick too. We kind of hit him up. He was on the road. He was like traveling. We're like, AJ, you want to do a feature? And he's like, yeah, bro, send me the track. And we're like, all right. So we just sent it to him, and he's like, oh, this one's sick. And then like 20 minutes later, he just sent it back, and we're like,
what the fuck?
We're like, AJ, what do we owe you? He's like, I trust you guys. We're like,
he's an animal. He's an animal.
So I was like, all right, man. So we dealt with that. And then he was nice enough to, like, wherever he stopped, he had like a dark room, and he sent us the video that we put into the music video too. So he's the best, man. And,
that's awesome.
Obviously we paid him, we hooked him up because he's the man. And Maggie from Glimmers was great to work with either. We didn't really know her. We kind of just shot her a DM from the hip, and she answered us. She was like, yeah, she's very busy too with tour and everything, and she's all over the place. They're killing it. So she found the time, and she did her thing on that track. It's the name of that song is What If You Fly. So that one's cool too. That one's not out yet, but will be.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Great feature list.
Hell yeah.
So how'd the track list for the album come about? Did you guys write the opener be the opener, closer be a closer, shuffle around, see what fits? What was that process like?
The opener, we didn't I don't think we wrote any song to be anything really, and it wasn't until production that we really started to hear it. Like the opener is just obvious. It's obvious. It just I don't know where else you would put that. And the last song on the record, I think I have like a clip somewhere of Gary just saying, like, listening to it and just saying, like, turning to us and saying, like, if you guys don't make this the last song on the album, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what's gonna follow this one, so you should probably. But so it was kind of like so obvious, and the rest of the songs we kind of all agreed on the order pretty seamlessly. I thought that was going to be more of an argument, but it was not. So
yeah.
Seems to just all make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. And would you be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating the record?
Yeah, sure. Well, not always in a great place. I got to be honest with you guys. Especially writing. A lot of people ask like about the Hang in There Kid video that we have, and that one is definitely a little darker than most of the stuff we do. And recording it, not that big of a deal. Shooting a video, not that big of a deal. It's like really when you're alone with your thoughts that like those things truly get to you. So I think like the most exhausting part of this record was writing it, because there are a lot of darker themes, and sometimes it's just like it's not super healthy to dive into all of that for such a long period of time. Like to say like, okay, we're gonna write this record. That's like a big commitment, like it comes out, but then you have to constantly revisit things, like I could write a song, maybe the song only took a couple hours to write, but it's not going to be done for weeks and weeks and weeks, because we're going to continue to push at it and poke it and mix it up. And that, so writing the headspace is rough, and then to come out of that and like, snap out of it and record it the right way, like really record it as best you can, and then all of the PR and stuff that follows it, it's a little bit of a burnout. But I don't want you to think like it's a bummer. It's not. This is what we love, right? And I guess in the end it is sort of therapeutic, because you look back on it, you're like, shit, look at this thing we did, like we're all so proud of this thing, and I wouldn't change any of it.
Absolutely. And obviously dredging up these past experiences, these negative emotions and thoughts that you have, will obviously take a toll on anybody, and then having to live in it, basically live through it again to make the art, will definitely take a toll on someone. So I'm curious, like, how do you kind of keep yourself in check and keep yourself from slipping too deep while you're recording, as well as, on the opposite of that, once the album's kind of done and you're able to go back to existing as just Keith and not Keith from Northvale writing an album?
Well, I think I have a really good support system around me, not aside from the band, the guys are great and everything, but my wife is incredible, and she is here for me all the time. And we have a beautiful 2-year-old son now, and just being able to see that, and it's a little weird going back and forth from one life to another, right? But my friends and they're great too. My friends from home and my parents are still here, so I'm very lucky to have everyone around me, like understanding the inner workings of my mind and respecting the fact that I'm a little sketch sometimes,
got the artist brain,
so it's without them I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd definitely slip into a black hole, and it wouldn't be great. So I really owe it all to them, to my wife and my family and my friends.
For sure. Right, glad you have that.
Love it. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? Should do in the car with friends and dark with headphones on? Is workout album, party album? What do you personally recommend?
I think this is definitely something you're going to want to listen to. I mean, you can listen with friends, but probably going to be something you listen to like in a room, chilling, vibing, maybe after dinner, put the Northvale record on, listen to it, right? Probably not a party album. I wouldn't party to it. Maybe a song here or there, but if you listen straight through, it's probably just like let me chill and listen to Northvale.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Is it wrong if I listen to it before dinner, or is it solely after dinner?
You can do that. Probably, whatever works for you. Maybe Northvale, you're like, oh, this gets me real hungry, man.
It did. I was starving for dinner tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sometimes that's what it is. That's good. That's you, bro. I respect that.
Rock it, man. Hell yeah. And this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Necessary. Hopeful darkness.
Oh, fuck yeah. I rock with that.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's great.
Hell yeah. And in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the album?
Yeah, I want people to feel not alone.
Mhm.
You know, I want people to listen. Like, this album might be for some people who are going through some shit, and I want this to be like a message for people who might not be in the best headspace, that like it's okay. Like, it's not just you. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I love that.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. And are you able to touch on any particularly challenging or standout moments during the creation of the album, positive or negative?
Yeah. Jesus. I mean, so many.
Yeah.
I think that we really we learned a lot about each other making this one, because we were together for 3 weeks recording it, and we you know, 4 dudes in a room for 3 weeks.
You learn a lot about each other.
Oh
Getting
yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah. You learn a lot about. You learn what makes everyone tick.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we definitely had a few little. It was specifically me, right? Because I'm the singer, so like obviously I'm the dick, right, all the time. And it's always me and Mike. Like, we butt heads, but like that's because we're boys. So we so there was this one. Mike was gone for like a couple days, and that. You know, I was mad because my voice was going. This was like the final week, and I'm still doing vocals. And he came in after being gone for a couple days, and he was like, he listened to something. He's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't like it? And he's like, you got to re-record that. Like, you got to redo that. You got to change you got to change this whole thing. Like, you got to re-record it. And like, at that point, like I was, you know, I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Like, there are parts on the record where Chris had to jump in and do some high harmonies, because Chris has a beautiful voice as well, so it doesn't really matter. But I was agitated because I was tired and working, and Mike was gone for a couple of days and came in like, yo, you got to change this. And I was just like, dude,
like, fuck you, dude.
You haven't even been
here.
here.
I was like, bro, why don't you go fuck yourself? Like, just like it just in there. And he's just like looked at me, he's like, me go fuck myself? I'm like, oh yeah, you go fuck yourself, dude. You know, we're just like fuck, totally having like a whole like New Jersey.
I was just gonna say that's the most New Jersey fucking.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was funny. Right, you know, our producer's just sitting there, kind of like giggling to himself, like he knows.
This is not the first time he's watched this.
Yeah, so but it was whatever. And like, I also apologize too, because like, I'd rather not do fuck you with somebody in front of people. You know, that's more of a like, let's go in that other room and like drop 100 fucks, and then we'll come back out and shake on it. But you know what I mean? Yeah. But that was funny, like, just to truly like snap on your boy because of nothing, you know, just because you're looking for somebody to blame that you can't sing high notes right now because everything hurts. That's all. Yeah. So that's funny. That was one funny moment of many. That's all. It's
kind of silly. Yeah. Glad it was resolved.
You guys recorded at Barbershop Studios?
We did a week at Barbershop, and then we went to this place called Sound Acres, which is in Woodstown, New Jersey.
I haven't heard of that fucking place.
Yeah, no, it's a wild place, dude. This place is, it's in the middle of nowhere, and it's also like 10-15 minutes from Philly, but also 10-15 minutes from Delaware. And you're like, how is that possible?
Oh, it's that part of New Jersey.
Yeah. It's just like, where are we, Gary? Like, I have no reception here. Yeah, like, I can't contact
nowhere.
Dude, it's wild. You can't order food because like they won't bring it to you, because they're just like, you're not, or if they do, it's cold when you get there. But then in the same breath, like, maybe I want some Taco Bell, right? Like, it's gonna take me a half hour to drive there and come back. It's crazy. It's insane, dude. Yeah. Absolutely mind-blowing. I think we spent so much money at Taco Bell when we were there. For Gary yelled at us. He was like, you guys like do not know how to use the app. You guys should not be spending this much money.
Could have gotten all the points.
He schooled us. He's like, you guys got to learn.
Yeah.
But
fake Taco Bell fans.
So we did 2 weeks there. 2 weeks there. We crashed there in Woodstown. Gary has like a whole dope like chilling out room with bunk beds and all kinds of things. N64, you know.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. So this question, I want you guys to picture you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Oh, dude, pretzels for me. Pretzels of any kind. That's it. I know that's the most ridiculous answer. I started reviewing pretzels like at the beginning of the year. I know
that's fucking awesome.
It's ridiculous. I kind of like put a little pause on it the past couple of months because I just been so nuts with Northvale. But yeah, pretzel reviews, dude. I'll get pretzels. I just need pretzels. It's like part of like I can't exist without pretzels. I have like a tub of pretzels next to my bed when I go to sleep. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I need something. Like, I don't know. It's strange. Something's wrong with me for sure, but I don't care. I need them.
No, it's your thing. You like commit to it. You're real about it.
100% pretzels.
Yeah. Have you made your own pretzels before?
No,
have you done that shit
I haven't even thought about it. Maybe we should have put out like a Northvale pretzel with the record. That would have been a thing. Maybe.
Dude,
that's to come. You guys can
sponsor. It's not too late. Right? Yeah.
Let's do a collab. We'll do a collab pretzel.
Exactly. Fuck yeah. Let's do that shit. Shane, you could set that up somewhere.
Right. I'm on it. I'm the business guy. Glory does the baking shit. So
hell yeah. And for this question on topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be and why?
Oh, God. I don't know. Dish would be a mess. Dish is giving you stomach problems for sure. Oh. I think that you could probably go on. There's this place we found where we were recording. I think it's called 332 Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Mullica Hills, New Jersey, and they have a burger of the day every day.
Mm-hmm. Like Bob's Burgers.
And like, let me just click on something ridiculous. This is a truffle Swiss burger. That one's not as nuts. What is this one? We're definitely like a solid old fashioned cheeseburger with like way too many toppings. You know, you can't bite this with your hands. Like it's going to absolutely ruin you. But it tastes so good. Yeah, that's Northvale.
You know what? Fuck yeah. Yeah,
you know
solid.
What? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking original.
And for the last couple questions, going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh, dude. I know this is weird, but like I just need pretzels, man. I think like, and it's got to be like my go-to. I know it's crazy. Like everybody's like, oh, I probably want a steak. I need this. Nah, man. I just need Snyder's old-fashioned pretzels, home style. Snyder's, Snyder's home style old fashioned pretzel. That's all. Drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely a beer of some sort. What do I want? You know what? I just want a Yingling. That's all.
All right. I was afraid, like when you said just pretzels, that you were gonna raw dog the pretzels, no liquid.
No, I don't want to get my death sentence with the dry mouth. You know.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm not a monster.
That's good to know. And if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Dude, you know what? I think if I could live in a world, I would live in like, this is not even that exciting. I think I would live in like Bob's Burgers. You know, like that'd be like I would just like love to stay at their house for like for a week. That'd be cool. That'd be nice.
Exactly.
Hang out in the restaurant.
I completely agree. Yeah, that shit would be awesome.
That'd be solid, right?
Yeah, damn right. Solid.
All right. And I've done asking the last question. Every single person that I've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Oh, for me, I'm going to have to go with green.
Ooh.
Nice. Specific shade of green?
Yeah, like a forest green.
Ooh.
Which is actually, coincidentally, my favorite Pallets track.
Fuck yeah. That's my friend's favorite. Mine's sky blue because I'm fucking basic. But
it's all right. That's cool.
Or blood, blood
red.
Sidewalks, blood red.
Yeah, sidewalks. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
good EP, man. It's a good EP. I was late. I was late to the party.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're here though. That's all that matters.
Cool. It's good to be here.
So as I said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Just listen to the new record, Where We Go, There's Nothing Left, and look for us playing out in the world. We're going to try our best to break out of our comfort zone here in the tri-state area. We will be out on tour. We're going to make it happen. Check us out, come to a show, say hello to us. Don't be scared. We're cool guys.
Oh yeah.
Damn right.
All right. Well, thank you for silence. It's been Keith from Northvale, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.